Hey guys, welcome to another video. We are in a slightly different location today. We are actually in my kitchen. We are going to be attempting to organize some of the kitchen, and you might see there's some stuff behind me, a lot of stuff actually, and that's because I filmed half of this video before Thanksgiving and then the second half after Thanksgiving, and I had 14 adults, 2 toddlers, and a baby in this house for 6.5 days during Thanksgiving, so it's a little messy. And the next video or the one after that will be a totally clean my entire house from a holiday disaster clean. So stay tuned for that one. But today we're actually going to be organizing 3 parts of my kitchen. We're going to be tackling the spice cabinet, the drawer that has all of my cooking utensils in it, and then also my pantry. So you'll see I bought a couple different things on Amazon that I'll list out in the description. I think they all turned out really well. Spoiler alert, I already know what happens. The spice cabinet I think is my favorite transformation, so we're gonna jump on into that and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, we have a pretty messy spice cabinet here. Whenever we moved in, I just kind of threw things in there knowing that I would eventually get an organizer, and we did. So I ordered this one off of Amazon, and it came with 36, I think, glass bottles that you transfer your spices into them so that all your bottles are uniform, which I'm all about it. I'm all about uniformity and having everything look good and the same. And as you can see, it came with a whole bunch of labels, and it says 340 different spice labels and like blank ones and stuff. And I didn't recognize some of the spices on the list actually, so I guess I need to get a little bit more adventurous with my food. But I'm just going to be taking these out of the packaging, and they were very well insulated. Is that the word? Protected? They were very well protected, and I don't think there was any chance that they would have gotten broken with all of the packaging that was in there. So we're just going to take all those out. So this is what one of the sheets of labels looks like. You can get kind of a look at what they would look like on the top of the jar. And we're just going to start with the cinnamon. That's the first thing that came out of the container there. So we're opening up the cinnamon, and they come with like a little plastic shaker that goes on top of the jar, of course. And then it also comes with a funnel, as well as a chalkboard pen, and then the hardware to mount it to a wall if you wanted to do that, which I didn't because we didn't need to in the cabinet. The funnel worked pretty well, pretty effective, but it's like a silicone, kind of a rough silicone, so the powder automatically sticks to it, which is a little bit inconvenient. I have to wipe it down in between each one of the different spices, so that's a little bit of a drawback. But it did work pretty well. And we're just going to keep doing a few more. I'll just show you a couple more, and then we end up skipping to the end so you can kind of see the reveal. It's pretty easy. And apparently those are like the organic line at Walmart, like their line, the little glass bottles, and they look almost identical to the ones I just bought, which is kind of funny, but I still transferred it over anyways because it was a minute difference and I could tell. No one else would be able to tell, but I would be able to tell, so. And then I realized I needed to take everything out of the cabinet, and that it would be a lot easier if I went ahead got everything out of there, wiped it down, and put the rack already in there, and then put the little glass bottles on, because I could just foresee my clumsy self trying to put 36 bottles worth of spices into a cabinet on a rack that I would probably tip over. So we're doing it this way because it just seemed better. And here myself thought that it would be a genius idea if I just got like a piece of smooth cardboard or like thick paper, made it a little funnel so that way it wasn't sticking to the silicone, and it worked well for probably about 3 of the spices, and then it did have some drawbacks, which we'll see here in just a moment. Because it stuck down in the bottle a little more, it was a little harder to get all the spice in there, especially if you had more of a full bottle. And as we can see coming up, it's not going to end well. And you can kind of just see the panic on my body. So we cleaned that up, and then I moved back to the funnel and just suck it up and clean it each time, because it's not worth it to spill half of your little bottle of, I think it was paprika. And here's the reveal. So that looks so much better. I'm digging the way everything looks very unified. The labels are great. I used 3 that I ended up writing on, which was pretty easy. And then we're gonna move on to the pantry. So I did go grocery shopping right before I shot this, so I'm taking everything out, and we'll be putting a lot more groceries back in, but I have a little wire rack that I'm going to put all of my parchment paper as well as tin foil and all of that on the little rack to make it look a little bit better. I did wipe everything out before this, and apparently I didn't realize you could see my phone in the shot. I was watching someone decorate their house for Christmas, but we're going to put all the food back, and then my battery died. So here's the reveal, and it looks really good. I obviously have a lot of food in here because I was hosting 14 people for Thanksgiving, and I love the way that this turned out. It's got a little bit nicer of a look than just throwing everything in a pile on the shelf. But I've got obviously some food and stuff in here I wouldn't usually use, like hot dogs and whole large bags of chips and all that, because of guests, and we had some toddlers and a baby and stuff that would need a little bit different dietary stuff than we usually eat. And we have moved on to the utensil drawer, and I'm not sure what that pink thing is in the bottom of the drawer. I did clean it thoroughly, it just doesn't come out, so it's obviously something the past owners had. And I got this bamboo expandable organizer on Amazon as well. And it was pretty handy. It fit exactly to the width that I needed. And this is about as real as it gets, folks. I'm going to be sticking things in there that doesn't fit. And we're going to have to figure it out. So we just keep going. And we're about to get to the point where I'm going to realize I need to scoot that sucker back so I can put things in the front and still access them. So we got these larger slotted spoons here and my tongs that fit perfectly there. And I just put my other slotted spoon down there, move everything around, and I actually think this looks way better than before. A lot more organized, individual pockets, pretty satisfying. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll link all the products that I used down in the description. And like I said, keep an eye out for that cleaning video that I have coming in the next week or so. Please like the video if you liked it so more people can find us, and subscribe for future content. Check out all the other videos we have on this channel, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!